Hello everyone, I'm Daliang. Today's public divination theme is to look at your metaphysical talents. Okay, please choose the group that you connect with the most from the following 3 groups. If you can't choose, please pause for now.
Because we're going to start
Hello to the first group of friends. The metaphysical talent of this group of friends is at a medium to high level. You tend to lean towards academic and technical research. You also like to take the time to ponder these things. The comprehension of the technique is enough. It's just that now it seems like the mind has not yet formally been put in this place. Or, in other words, there aren't any excellent teachers around you at the moment, nor are there any good opportunities for teaching tailored to your abilities. More of them are in a phase of self-exploration, which is quite time-consuming and energy-consuming. You've invested a lot, but in the end, you didn't do well. In a situation like this, some of the buddies in this group feel that even getting started is a bit difficult. But once you get started, you're definitely going to learn very quickly and ultimately achieve something. You have this group. There's great potential to become a master, but the timeline might be longer. There's no such thing as a quick success. Usually it's about a cycle of 3 to 5 years. At present, let's say it's in a... Most of the friends who come to look are very interested in this thing, but due to the consideration of real life, or say, probably out of some fear of this mysterious field, the research stage hasn't officially started yet. Start formal learning, the one you guys seem to like. There are many types of textures and you want to learn everything. Each one is an attempt to see the beauty in chaos, that kind of captivating feeling. Well, actually, it's not bad to investigate before formal learning. It's all about fate. I suggest, if you really want to learn or are really interested and want to understand in depth, then you need to learn the kind of art that is more logical, such as Da Liu Ren and Qi Men. Probably like this. Your divergent thinking and flexibility might not be so strong, so it might be a bit difficult for you. If you are determined to learn, find a specific time slot for yourself. The clan sword head decides firmly. Grasp some basic knowledge firmly, so that your entry speed will be much faster. The basic knowledge of the East is basically the same, including our Taoism and I Ching. In fact, many things are common. There's some commonality, so there might be a little way out at some subtle places. Just make a note of it here. My suggestion is, if you choose this group, still specialize, concentrate on the leaves, like counting method and such.
But it's possible with zero line.
Not very strong then on practice. Though the fate is shallow, but the traditional Chinese medicine I mentioned earlier suddenly appeared in my mind. You guys should be very talented in this area. Lean in this direction. Recently, because you came to see this, it's like you've sort of deciphered the secrets of heaven. So I'm going to draw 2 suggestion cards. Recently, you need to prevent dogs from your home or others from biting you. Then the second situation is to be careful with files or books. Things like books and paper are missing from your body.
Be careful to prevent colds.
Be sure to eat on time. This is all the information from the first group. I hope it helps you. If you like it, please like or comment to support me. Bye bye. Hello everyone who wants to join. This group of friends has a high talent in metaphysics, but you may not be interested in counting and such, but you like it. Things like Taoist culture, and you also have a very strong comprehension, are quite suitable for cultivation. Of course, you can also try Western mysticism like me, and there is plum blossom art in the East. This kind of inspiration-consuming tree is more suitable for you to eat inspiration, including crepe myrtle and fortune-telling like these. I don't know if there are any gamers among you, but you belong to the type with a long health bar. Talent is mental strength. Innate ones are usually strong inspirations. Everything is quite powerful. And then, if you are a beginner in metaphysics, it's difficult in terms of numbers. Yes, but it's not particularly big after you get started.
Your destiny seems to be connected with both Buddhism and Taoism. You can reach high levels of spiritual cultivation in both, though it seems your talent in traditional Chinese medicine is lacking. The first group, because I mentioned traditional Chinese medicine, because the term suddenly popped into my mind. The first group is talented. Your talent in traditional Chinese medicine is a bit weak, but you are very talented in cardio medicine. If you haven't applied for a major, or if you're young, you can try to develop towards medicine, Western medicine, and then there's Taoism in the East. You could be well suited to the life of a Taoist priest, depending on whether reality would permit it. It's roughly these cards, because it's already a bit like a prophecy, so I'll draw a couple of more advice cards. Oh, the second point is, if you have exams or some sort of assessments recently, you should be able to achieve a very good ranking. It's a good omen. And then there's a fika. It's about reducing conversations or disputes with others. It seems like a quarrel is about to happen. If it can be avoided in advance, then avoid it. Good. This is the analysis of Group 2. Hope it helps. Bye. To the buddies in Group 3. I noticed the ones who come to watch this group of videos are usually those with great talent. Those without talent cannot find my videos at all. So, the talents of the mates in this group are above average if 10 is the highest score, roughly around 7. Then you should be quite confused about this part right now. You don't know where to start, you don't know what aspect suits you. Usually you are quite interested in the culture of Buddhism, Taoism and so on. Some people, it also points to Christianity. Then you have a part of interest to research here every day, maybe to listen. Some of those popular songs. Or when you're upset, you might try practicing Amitabha Buddha's reception to the fierce battlefront. You can write some Buddhist scriptures. You're quite interested in this kind of thing. Your mental power is also pretty good, belonging to the moderate heavenly intellect, which is also high and within the moderate heavenly range in terms of cultivation fate. Most of it is actually more Buddhist. There's a bit of Taoism, but the proportion of Buddhism is a bit larger. I don't know why, it's just what I see here. I was initially just going to talk about Buddhism, but then Taoism slipped out. Maybe some of you watching might even consider becoming Taoist priests. Your destiny is to follow the Buddhist path, but you will become a Taoist later. I'm not quite sure what happened in the middle. I don't know what kind of cause would make you make such a decision. Then the threshold or difficulty of the basic course you all are learning is simpler than the previous two. It seems you should be able to get started very smoothly with a bit of study, but the difficulty will rise after you get started. Because you often fall into a dilemma, like the one right now, and it might happen in the future too. What's the dilemma? It's the inability to find an appropriate learning path or a good teacher. The teacher who introduced you might have been good and got you through the basics, but their ability to further your advancement or deepen knowledge could be limited. It's not enough to match you, so you have to hurry to find the next stage's mentor. It's like this, or you get a good teacher, but his goodness is like central air conditioning. He is good to all disciples and can't tailor to you. Customize a plan related to your habits and talents. Then you always feel clueless. It's because of this rhythm. You can learn at your own pace, quickly grasping what you excel at and slowing down when you find things challenging. spend more time understanding this stage, this part, but probably the time spent on letting things flow is almost the same. You waste most of your time here. And on the other hand, you feel that there is not enough time. This will cause such a strange sum. Circumstances happen to you. And then your understanding of wizards, shamans, magic, curses, some Western astrology, sacrifices and so on, ghosts and gods, fairy systems, are all very... Your thinking is quite flexible and divergent. You like to think out of the box and you're quite eloquent. Very articulate, expresses himself well. I feel the food god in the character is quite prosperous. I quite like you guys in this group. I feel like I could be good friends with you, but only for a phase. Once you cross one phase of life and reach another, you'll find new friends for that phase. So this is your talent situation because you've understood the mystery of heaven. So I have 2 suggestions for your current situation. You guys need to pay attention to your waist lately. There may be a situation where the waist and back are injured. Then some of you may need to travel or go on a business trip to other places. So when you go out, pay a little attention to the water you drink. Seems like our little buddy might have a tummy upset from drinking bad water. Although throwing up doesn't harm your body, you feel a bitterness in your mouth like this. That's about it. If you guys enjoyed listening, I hope you can like or comment to support me. Bye bye.